Deadly tornadoes and severe weather have already been battering the Miami Valley, and this week is Severe Weather Awareness Week, so we want to make sure that we're all prepared all storm season long. Jenna Lee Bork joining us now live from Miamisburg. What do we need to have ready to go here?
Adam, having a safety plan and kit is important to ensure that you're as prepared as possible for bad weather. Having simple things like extra batteries can make a big difference. I'm going to share specific ways that you can get yourself and your family prepared. Major storms have hit the Miami Valley, and storm season is only just beginning. Creating a safety plan might mean the difference between life and death. Sandy Mackey with the Ohio Emergency Management Agency says knowing where to get emergency alerts, where to take shelter, and knowing the difference between a storm watch and warning are good places to start.
So a watch means to be prepared. It's possible you could see severe storms that day. You could have possibly flooding. So know that the watch means to be prepared, and a warning means to take action. So if you hear a warning, that means that severe weather is imminent, it's in your area, and you need to take shelter immediately.
So how can you prepare before the storm arrives? Trimming trees and clearing storm drains of leaves and branches can get your house ready. Mackey says get with family and prepare for everyone in your household, especially those with mobility and medical needs, and a communication plan is crucial.
Make sure you have everyone's cell phone numbers written down because, as you said, sometimes you may not have cell service, and not everybody's together when severe weather strikes or disaster strikes. So make sure you can reach out to everyone, have neighbors' numbers, have pharmacy numbers. Know where, if something happens, your location that you're going to meet.
Have an emergency kit ready to go too, filled with cash, dry clothes and blankets, flashlights, extra batteries, water, non-perishable snacks, medications including inhalers, and pet supplies should be included. Jumper cables, a spare tire, and full tank of gas for your car. As for water and food, Dr. Nancy Pook from Kettering Health says to make sure you have enough.
Certainly enough water per person, that's about a gallon a day, and you want to prepare for about 72 hours in advance.
Your first aid kit for your car and house should include these items.
First of all, make sure you have some water, because if you have a wound, you'll need to clean it. It doesn't hurt to have antibacterial ointment of some sort, but some sort of bandaging is important. An ACE wrap can be super helpful as well, or what we call Coban. It's that adhesive wrap.
Dr. Pook says pack enough batteries for any medical supplies that may require power. For more do's and don'ts when it comes to severe weather preparation, you can visit our website, Dayton247now.com. Back to you in studio.
Jenna Lee, thank you. And as Logan County heals from its own severe weather, looters are now taking advantage after the EF3 tornado hit the area. As Steve Levine reports, they're stealing what little families have after their homes were torn apart.
Not everyone coming to Logan County after the tornado touched down here to offer a helping hand.
Be very careful about anyone who says, I was just working down the street, or I have some leftover material from another build.
The Better Business Bureau of Central Ohio now warning tornado victims of alleged shady contractors who may be showing up without warning.
Get the references, check the paperwork for full contact information, make sure everything is in writing.
Communities severely damaged by this storm around Indian Lake now on alert for alleged crooked contractors, but also on the lookout for looters.
It breaks my heart. I can't believe they don't have a heart.
Vanessa Mance tells us how thieves stole a gas generator given to her by police to keep the power on in her Lakeview summer home.
If they could steal from people that's in need like this right now, who can do that to someone? I just can't wrap my head around that.
Logan County Sheriff cruisers now visible in neighborhoods hit hard by the tornado, deputies patrolling for looters. And while friends have already replaced the stolen generator for Vanessa, she'll still keep an eye out for looters. On your side in Logan County, Steve Levine.
3 people passed away in that Logan County EF3 tornado. 69-year-old Neil Longfellow, 70-year-old Darla Williams, and 81-year-old Marilyn Snap. Rescue crews say Williams and Snap were best friends and were both found together. Williams' obituary says she loved plants, being outdoors, and spending time with her family. Her celebration of life dinner will be held tomorrow from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Indian Lake Eagles Annex in Lakeview. Instead of flowers, she asked for contributions in her memory to the Indian Lake Development Corporation. And Snap loved to collect mushrooms, jigsaw puzzles, and loved Elvis and Tom Cruise. Now, per her wishes, no services are planned right now. A private ceremony will be held for her at Plum Cemetery in Lewistown. Instead of flowers, she's asking for memorial contributions given to the Doyle R. Miller AmVets Post number 39, where she was a lifelong member.
And you can help this hard-hit community heal. Dayton 24/7 now teaming up with the American Red Cross and iHeartRadio to help those impacted by the tornadoes. To lend a hand, scan the QR code on your screen. You can support the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund. You can also find the link on our website at Dayton247now.com. All right, thankfully no severe weather this week for the most part. We did get some rain today, though. How much are we looking at?
Not a whole lot there. You can see parts of us, and like Auglay's not even seeing any measurable rainfall. So it was a very light rain. Some of it, when the rain first arrived to the area, was not reaching the ground, so it wasn't really much of a soaker here, but you can see some southern counties picking up a decent amount. There's kind of a strip right through here between Sidney and Troy that saw a little bit of more rain than the rest of us, but you can see most of that rain starting to pull out now. Heaviest still off to our east. Parts of southeast Columbus have seen the most rain today, picking up right around an inch or so. Not exact numbers right here, but you can see the biggest part of the system off to our south. Just an absolutely huge area of rain right across Tennessee and the Carolinas.
Well, as the weather gets warmer, Dayton police are reminding drivers to watch out for motorcyclists.
The motorcycles are going to be coming out. Look out for them. Motorcyclists, look out for the traffic, and just be aware of your surroundings. Give the motorcycles plenty of space, and be aware that they might not see you, so just be careful with those.
Last year in Ohio, there were more than 3,800 motorcycle crashes. 230 of them were deadly. In Montgomery County, there were 148 crashes. 14 were deadly. So drivers and motorcyclists alike, they're being asked to be aware of what's around you. It could save lives.
Dayton police also asking for your help to solve a hit-and-run case, cold case that is. Around 8:30 at night on August 10th, 2020, Tamara Jackson was struck and killed at Lorenz Avenue and West 3rd Street in Dayton. DPD believes the vehicle involved is a white Chrysler 300 with possible Illinois tags.
We really want to get closure for Ms. Jackson's family and get this case closed.
So if you know anyone who may have had suspicious damage to their vehicle around that time or saw something in that area, you're asked to please contact Dayton Police at 333-COPS.
Well, there will soon be a new sheriff in town. Christopher Clark won the Republican primary against incumbent Clark County Sheriff Deborah Burchett. And since he's running uncontested in November, he will be the next sheriff come January. Lydia Bice sat down with him and asked what motivated him to run for sheriff.
Years of experience as a first responder and the dream of becoming Clark County Sheriff led Chris Clark to where he is today. He will be taking over the Clark County Sheriff's Office on January 6th next year. A lot of Clark County residents likely already know Clark, as he worked for the Sheriff's Office for 26 years. However, in May of 2023, he was fired by current Clark County Sheriff Deb Burchett. He says it came without warning.
All those years that you spent with the sheriff's office, for you to just be brought in one random day and be told that, it had to crush you.
Oh yeah, it was. I was pretty upset. We had just opened the 911 center. I'd spent the last 4 years working on that. I just developed and deployed the Clark County Special Operations team, and so I had a lot of things going. I had a lot of projects going on. The 911 center wasn't completed yet, and right in the middle of all that, she just decided she didn't need me there anymore.
Clark tells me that he's already planning to fix the staffing issues that the Clark County Sheriff's Office and many other law enforcement agencies face. He's also ready to battle the narcotics crisis that has plagued that area of Ohio for quite a while. I reached out to current Clark County Sheriff Deb Burchett on Wednesday and Friday of this week for an interview about the election and her legacy as sheriff, but I never heard back. Back to you.
Staff from the Suburban Propane working with Crayons to Classrooms today to make school supplies for students across the area. The program makes sure students and teachers are equipped with what they need for a successful and fun classroom environment.
So we have two different groups. We have 4 people that's working on putting cutting up states and apples in there, and putting them into packets for teachers to come and get, and for little kits for the kids in their classrooms.
Cranston Classrooms have distributed $31 million worth of classroom materials to local schools. If you're looking to donate or volunteer, you can visit their website at cranstonclassrooms.org.
Nearly 2/3 of fourth graders in the U.S. are struggling to read at grade level. That's why Dayton 24/7 Now is partnering with Reading is Fundamental and our parent company Sinclair for Sinclair Cares, supporting children's literacy. Scan the QR code to donate to our virtual book drive.
The dismembered body parts found in North Fairmont have now been identified. Tonight, how police are now shifting the focus of their investigation and how they need your help.
And the Princess of Wales revealing a shocking cancer diagnosis tonight, her path to treatment, plus her message to other cancer survivors.
And coming up, your full forecast on what you can expect as you head into your weekend. Here's a look at your Eagle Plumber Skycam. You're watching Dayton 24/7 Now.
"25-year-old Michaela Lucky," this woman here behind me, has been identified as the Fairmount Jane Doe tonight. Police think someone killed her around November 3rd, dismembered her, then put her body parts in the woods. Finding that murderer is now a top priority, and as Megan Mongello tells us, investigators are again asking for your help.
This is a picture of Michaela Lucky, her body cut up by someone then thrown into the wooded hillside in North Fairmount. Investigators spent months trying to identify her.
She went by Kayla, or Bubbles was a nickname. Anybody that is familiar with her, has seen her, and now seeing this picture and having the identity, that's just helpful.
Lucky was ID'd after a woman saw a Facebook post about the search for clues and called police to say,
this might be her sister. And there were some Facebook pictures that we thought could possibly match with stature and so forth.
With a name, they searched the BCI database. Lucky's been a victim of a crime, so her DNA was in the system.
I know there were questions before about how can somebody go missing and the family not know or the family not report it. It's because she had been estranged from her family.
Hamilton County Coroner Lakshmi Samarko said Lucky lived in Cincinnati, frequenting the West End. She was last seen getting on a Metro bus in Lincoln Heights.
We're really very interested in any information that we can get about who she might have been with. This person was meticulous in the way they carried out this crime.
All right, now another look here showing some heavier snow showers bursting right towards Fort Wayne right there. So some of the northern areas, Auglaize County and stuff, you guys could see some light snow in the next couple of hours as this moves through the area, but not expecting anything really significant, if anything, just like that, a quick burst of snow. And then as you see here, as we go into the morning time, a few clouds around, but those clear out as the sun comes up and we're left with a pretty nice day. We will have a northerly wind though, so definitely going to be a little bit on the chilly side and going to feel a little bit colder than it actually is with those northerly winds. And you see 7 a.m. on Sunday, clouds still lingering across the area, but those also quickly exit the region and we are left with a very nice sunny afternoon on Sunday.
Tonight, at least 60 people are dead, more than 100 hurt, including 5 children, after a shooting at a concert hall near Moscow this afternoon. Russian officials say the 4 gunmen opened fire on people in the shopping center just outside of a concert hall. The armed men also reportedly threw an explosive, causing a fire. Russian media says the roof of that building has partially collapsed.
The images are just horrible and just hard to watch, and our thoughts obviously are going to be with the victims of this terrible, terrible shooting attack.
Now, ISIS has claimed responsibility for this. The regional governor says it is the deadliest terror attack on Moscow in decades.
We want to give you a live look now from our nation's capital here behind me, where the House just passed a $1.2 trillion spending package tonight. With bipartisan support, it'll now head to the Senate. If that chamber doesn't pass it before midnight, though, which is less than 45 minutes from now, a partial government shutdown will begin. Failure to meet the deadline would impact critical government operations, including the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, Labor, among others.
After weeks of speculation, the Princess of Wales has revealed she's undergoing treatment for cancer. Kate released a video message announcing the news this afternoon. The 42-year-old was hospitalized in January for an unspecified abdominal surgery. At the time, it was believed her condition was non-cancerous, but doctors later found cancer was present. She's now undergoing preventative chemotherapy. Kate addressing the timing of the announcement.
It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Now, she also had a message for all the people who have been affected by cancer. She says, do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
A live look now from our Eco Plumber Sky Cam over the city of Miamisburg tonight. A little chilly out there, Tim. Are we ever going to warm up?
I mean, we could be in the 60s by Monday, but it doesn't last long. We drop back down into the 50s again, but long range models indicating a warm up after next week. But tonight we're looking at temperatures dropping into right around that freezing mark for most of us. Showers again ending, moving out of the region. Mostly cloudy skies will start to filter out in the morning. Winds will start to pick up a little bit out of the north, around 10 to 15, even around 20 miles per hour. Some gusts around 25, 30 miles per hour tomorrow possible. Weekend forecast tomorrow, those clouds clearing out in the morning as you head towards the afternoon. A couple clouds lingering possible, but for the most part, clearing out, mostly sunny conditions. And you can see much of the same for our Sunday as well. We're seeing temperatures starting in the 20s, clouds quickly out of here, and a beautiful sunny afternoon.
Well, there's a unique way you can help homeless pets in our area through shopping. What you can buy and how it helps animals in the care of SIXA.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
SIXA Pet Adoption and Wellness Center kicking off its annual Spring Bazaar this weekend. The two-day event features an array of donated items for sale, including handmade toys, beds, blankets, both for dogs and for cats. You can also find unique gifts for all the pet lovers, collectibles, and more. Each purchase made will support SIXA's animals in many ways.
We will fund items such as intake fees for people who can't afford to relinquish their item. Sometimes SIXA's animals need special prescriptions or food. We'll pay for that. We'll often contribute to the Guardian Angel Fund, which is a fund that covers specialized surgeries and treatments that SIXA can't provide itself, that they go out to the community vets to, and those can be expensive, so we'll do that.
Now this all ends tomorrow evening. SIXA will host another one around the holiday season.
A live look from downtown Troy from our Troy traffic camera. This is where the annual Troy Strawberry Festival happens every year, and this year's theme has been revealed. The theme for 2024 is Bloomin' Berries. Each year, the festival brings thousands of people out to enjoy strawberry-themed treats and events. The festival also gives small businesses a place to branch out and find new customers. This year is the 48th anniversary of the festival. It's going to be held June 1st and June 2nd.
One final look back at Dayton men's basketball, their rally to beat Nevada, plus a quick preview of tomorrow's opponent, the Arizona Wildcats. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.